Today we're working on a 2013 Ford Fusion. The air conditioning cools on the right, but not the left. Welcome to Mercie J Auto Care, where compassion and craftsmanship come together. I'm Rick Smith, Master Certified Technician. Now, most of my videos are geared towards the consumer. I want to help you understand a little bit about your vehicle, and I also want to help you understand why sometimes jobs cost a lot of money, and hopefully that helps you have a little bit more faith in your shop. But today I'm going to do that, as well as talk a little bit to technicians or DIYers, because on this particular job I've never done it before and I couldn't find a lot of great information. The repair manual was not very clear. So when you have that imbalance of temperatures, sometimes it can be the dual zone air conditioning not working right, but oftentimes it's low on refrigerant. So this particular car has been serviced numerous times because the refrigerant going low. The last time it was in, we had dye in it. We looked it over super carefully, and we found out that we could not find any leaks externally. We even used some electronic devices to try to find leaks, and they didn't show up. So sometimes air conditioning systems can have a leak. They can be very difficult to pinpoint. And if we are very thorough and we know it's nowhere in the engine compartment, then it's got to be what's called the evaporator, which is inside the car. And this one does have a small leak. You can't even see it because you actually have to have the black light to see that there's dye across here. Now, on a normal situation, typically what we do is we pull the instrument panel. And then once we pull the instrument panel, we get access to some framework. And once we remove the framework, then we can get to all of the ductwork, the ventilation system and everything. And that is where we get to the heater core, or in this case, the air conditioning evaporator. And so we always get down to this part of the car. And so you can see why these jobs are actually fairly expensive. This particular one, the labor guide showed significantly higher hours than the normal job that I do. And there's a couple of reasons for it. One is, rather than come out in a couple simple little pieces like I said, this one comes out as one giant complete assembly. So I want to, now for the technicians, here's a couple of little tips on this particular car. Number one is, you do have a couple of bolts up here in the cowl. So you'll have to get access through that. Number two is, you do have that entire assembly that you have to pull out all together, not separate. Another thing that you need to be aware of is this has these really long bolts that are almost a foot long, and they go in through the door jamb into that air conditioning unit. So you actually have to remove both doors to do this job. So I hope that's a couple of tips for you guys that are guys and gals that are trying to do this on your own or in a shop. And I hope this has been informational to you if you have an air conditioning leak that's being difficult to find on your Ford Fusion. Thanks for watching today. Until next time, safe travels and blessings to you.